Welcome, Libra. As the week of July 20th through July 26th begins, you'll notice that life is gently guiding you toward greater balance, stronger relationships, and more confident decisions. Over the past few weeks, you may have found yourself trying to satisfy everyone around you while quietly placing your own needs at the bottom of the list. Although your generous heart and diplomatic nature make you someone people naturally trust, the universe now reminds you that your happiness deserves just as much attention as everyone else's. This week carries an energy of renewal. Old doubts begin to fade. New opportunities slowly come into focus. Most importantly, you'll begin realizing that some of the answers you've been searching for have been inside you all along. You don't need to become someone different. You simply need to trust the person you've already become. Professionally, this week encourages growth through communication and cooperation. Your ability to bring people together becomes one of your greatest strengths. Colleagues appreciate your fairness, clients value your professionalism, and managers recognize your ability to solve conflicts without creating unnecessary tension. If you've recently felt overlooked at work, don't worry. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. The recognition you've been waiting for may arrive sooner than expected. Someone in a position of authority could compliment your work, recommend you for a new responsibility, or involve you in an important project that allows your talents to shine. Instead of questioning whether you're ready, remind yourself that you've earned every opportunity through patience, dedication, and consistency. Those searching for employment may receive encouraging news during the second half of the week. An interview, recommendation, or unexpected phone call could completely change your plans. Stay open to opportunities that initially seem unfamiliar because they may offer far greater long-term potential than you first imagined. Entrepreneurs and business owners also enter a productive period. New partnerships, stronger customer relationships, and creative marketing ideas begin creating exciting possibilities. If you've been considering expanding your services or introducing something new, careful planning now could lead to impressive success later in the year. Financially, this week focuses on building stability rather than chasing quick rewards. You may receive delayed payments, bonuses, commissions, or discover additional ways to increase your income. Although your financial outlook continues improving, avoid making impulsive purchases simply because you feel optimistic. Instead, think about the future. Every wise financial decision you make this week strengthens the life you're trying to build. This is an excellent period for organizing your finances, creating a realistic budget, reducing unnecessary expenses, or investing in personal development. Courses, certifications, business improvements, or technology upgrades could become valuable investments that continue rewarding you for years. Emotionally, something beautiful begins happening. You're learning to stop carrying responsibilities that were never yours. For a long time, you've tried keeping everyone around you happy, often sacrificing your own peace in the process. This week gently reminds you that balance begins within yourself. You cannot create harmony in your relationships if your own heart feels exhausted. Take time to rest. Take time to reflect. Take time to ask yourself what truly brings you joy. Unexpected opportunities may appear through social events, professional networking, educational experiences, or even casual conversations. Someone you meet this week could become an important friend, business partner, mentor, or source of inspiration. Remain curious. Listen carefully. Sometimes a single conversation changes the direction of an entire year. Your natural charm becomes especially noticeable now. People enjoy being around your calm energy, thoughtful advice, and genuine kindness. Use these qualities wisely because they naturally attract positive experiences. Love becomes one of the most important themes throughout the week. If you're already in a relationship, this is an excellent time to strengthen emotional trust. Honest conversations, shared dreams, and simple moments together create lasting memories. If misunderstandings have existed recently, both you and your partner become more willing to listen instead of trying to prove who's right. Remember, Love grows strongest where understanding exists, not where perfection exists. Single Libras may unexpectedly meet someone through work, travel, mutual friends, educational activities, or online communication. This connection may develop slowly, but its emotional depth has the potential to surprise you. Don't rush. The best relationships often begin naturally, without pressure, without expectations, simply through two people enjoying each other's company. Family life also becomes more peaceful. You may reconnect with relatives you haven't spoken to recently or finally resolve misunderstandings that have quietly created distance. Older family members may also offer valuable advice regarding important decisions you've been considering. Creatively, your imagination becomes incredibly active. Whether you're designing, writing, filming content, decorating your home, planning future goals, or solving everyday problems, inspiration arrives naturally. Keep track of every idea because something that seems ordinary today could eventually become one of your greatest achievements. Health remains stable, but maintaining emotional balance should remain your priority. Avoid overcommitting yourself simply because you dislike disappointing others. Learning to protect your own time and energy is one of the most valuable lessons this week offers. Walking outdoors, spending time in nature, listening to music, reading inspiring books, or simply enjoying quiet moments without distractions will help restore your emotional clarity. As the weekend approaches, you'll notice a remarkable change. You stop doubting yourself. You stop comparing your journey with everyone else's. You begin appreciating how far you've already come. That quiet confidence transforms the way you approach every opportunity waiting ahead. The universe is opening new doors, but you must be willing to walk through them with courage instead of hesitation. Trust your intuition. Believe in your abilities. Continue creating the balanced, meaningful life you've always dreamed of. Because Libra, the future you're working toward is much closer than you realize. And this week is another beautiful step in that journey as the second half of the week begins. You'll feel a growing sense of confidence that has been missing for quite some time. It's not the loud confidence that seeks approval from others. Instead, it's a calm inner certainty that reminds you of who you truly are and what you're capable of achieving. You may suddenly realize that you've spent too much time worrying about situations that were never under your control. This week teaches you a valuable lesson. Not everything deserves your energy. Some battles are meant to be released. Some people are meant to continue their journey without you. And some opportunities only appear after you've made peace with the past. The universe is quietly encouraging you to stop looking backward and begin focusing on everything that still lies ahead. Professionally, your influence continues to grow. People are paying much closer attention to your ideas than you may realize. During meetings, presentations, or important discussions, your ability to remain calm while offering practical solutions earns genuine respect. Don't hesitate to speak when you have something meaningful to contribute. Your voice carries more weight than you think. A project that has moved slowly over the past several weeks may suddenly gain momentum. Delays begin disappearing, communication becomes smoother, and you'll finally start seeing measurable progress. This renewed movement brings fresh motivation and reminds you that patience often produces the greatest rewards. If you've been thinking about changing careers, applying for a higher position, or starting your own business, this week encourages careful planning rather than fear. Every successful journey begins with one courageous decision. You don't need every answer before taking the first step. You only need enough courage to begin. Financially, this is a week of smart choices rather than dramatic risks. Additional income may arrive through freelance work, business partnerships, commissions, bonuses, or projects you started earlier this year. Although your financial picture continues improving, avoid making decisions based purely on emotion. Instead, ask yourself one simple question. Will this decision help the person I want to become? If the answer is yes, move forward confidently. If the answer is uncertain, give yourself more time. You'll also become much more aware of your long-term financial goals. Saving money, reducing unnecessary expenses, improving investments, or creating additional sources of income all receive strong support from the universe during this period. Emotionally, this week feels like fresh air after a long season of uncertainty. Old disappointments begin losing their emotional weight. Conversations that once seemed impossible suddenly become easier. Forgiveness feels less difficult. Hope slowly replaces doubt. This emotional healing doesn't happen overnight. It happens one peaceful moment at a time. Love continues receiving beautiful cosmic support. If you're already in a committed relationship, you'll notice greater understanding between you and your partner. Honest communication becomes much easier, allowing both of you to express feelings that may have remained hidden for far too long. This isn't a week for pretending everything is perfect. It's a week for building something real, something honest, something lasting. Small acts of kindness become incredibly meaningful. A thoughtful message, a shared meal, a simple walk together. Sometimes the smallest moments create the strongest memories. Single Libras should remain open to unexpected possibilities. Someone entering your life now may not fit your usual expectations, yet their sincerity, intelligence, and emotional maturity could quickly capture your attention. Rather than rushing toward conclusions, allow the connection to develop naturally. Real love rarely needs to be forced. It grows through trust, through patience, through genuine friendship. Family relationships also improve throughout the second half of the week. You may receive encouraging advice from older relatives or enjoy meaningful conversations that strengthen emotional bonds. If misunderstandings have existed, this becomes an ideal time to replace pride with compassion. Your creativity reaches an impressive level. Ideas arrive when you least expect them, while driving, walking, reading, listening to music, even during ordinary conversations. Don't ignore these moments. Write everything down. Today's simple idea could become tomorrow's greatest achievement. Spiritually, you're becoming much more connected with your intuition. Repeating numbers, vivid dreams, unexpected coincidences, or powerful instincts may guide you toward important decisions. Instead of dismissing these experiences, observe them carefully. Sometimes the universe whispers before it speaks loudly. The more attention you pay, the more clearly you'll understand its guidance. Health remains stable, but emotional balance should remain your priority. Avoid taking on unnecessary stress simply because you want everyone around you to be happy. Your peace is valuable. Protect it. Rest when necessary. Laugh more often. Spend time with people who genuinely appreciate your presence. As the weekend approaches, you'll notice something remarkable. Your confidence no longer depends on external approval. You stop asking whether you're good enough. You begin realizing you've always been enough. That realization changes everything. It changes the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you love, the way you pursue your dreams. The universe isn't asking you to become a different person. It's reminding you to become the most authentic version of yourself. Continue trusting your heart. Continue believing in your journey. Continue choosing peace over unnecessary conflict and growth over fear. Because Libra, some of the greatest blessings of your life are already moving toward you. And this week is bringing you one step closer to the future you've been patiently waiting for.